Welcome, bout betters. Well, I've already mentioned a few plays I've made on this card, and I appreciate Firmbird and others taking notice as too many bettors and degenerates place way too much in favorite parlays without really determining their risks and their margins. I've already made it public that I took a position on Matt Brown over Bryan Barberena, and besides being a hometown favorite and once being retired, it's his more recent resurgence and overall skill set that has led me to side with Brown. I'm not saying that Barberena is a give-me or a slouch or a pushover. His losses are to good competition, but even in his victories, he's been taken down a lot as well as hit a lot. He is willing to take a lot of damage. Barberena does not move a lot, nor is he super technical with his striking technique. He stays in the center line with little head movement and depends on his chin and durability to get him through to the victory. Brown, on the other hand, once was a tactician and a submission guy when he was on The Ultimate Fighter. He now is more of a knockout and a power guy, which I don't really understand. He has equal the grade of competition, but has won more rounds against that competition with an XR number and differential of 15. 79% of Brown's fight end in distance, and he has won 75% of his fights via knockout. Despite having good jiu-jitsu and submission grappling, on the mats he's somewhat of a nail with 42% of his losses being by submission. Barberena has one submission victory and has never been submitted himself. That victory came against Sage Northcutt. Really isn't saying anything. Barberena does have the volume advantage, but surprisingly not the knockdown ratio advantage. I would have thought that Bryan Barberena would have had more knockdowns, since I think, at least in perception, he is the more power fighter, power puncher. Neither fighter is accurate and neither possesses extraordinary offensive movement. Both have a tendency to brawl, and each have been finished in the octagon. Brown is slightly better defensively, but I don't expect defense to play a factor in this bout. This is going to be a fight of attrition and strength of will, but Brown shouldn't test his chin and body against Barberena and should utilize a grappling heavy strategy, as he has 24 more takedowns in the UFC than Barberena, and Barberena has been taken down 36 times in the UFC. Yes, Brown's takedown defense isn't that good, and his at 64%, and being taken down himself 42 times in the octagon. But Brown is far more active with his grappling and far more skilled and seasoned in his submission game, attempting 24 subs in the UFC compared to just 4 for Barberena. Yes, Barberena has never been submitted. Barberena has spent a percentage of time being controlled, but he has the poorer takedown defense and the poorer offensive takedown accuracy or wrestling. I think Brown can win this wherever the fight goes, but a better path to victory is to grapple, control, tax Barberena in the cardio and in the damage. He has a distinct advantage on the ground, and brawling with Barberena is not advised, as the guy is resilient and difficult to finish. That being said, I think this is going to be a finish or be finished fight. I expect the over-under to be set at 2.5 and the not to go the distance to be in the minus 200 or plus range, if not even minus 300 range. Both these guys want to show out, and their career bouts have finished in a combined 62% of their matches. Brown has not had a submission victory since 2015, and again, Bryan Barberena has never lost by submission. But Brown has finished via KO in 3 of his last victories, and Barberena has won 2 of his last victories by decision. But I do anticipate a finish, and probably won't prop this bout or out unless I get a big line on Brown via finish in the plus 250 range or better. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, participate in a live chat, and as always, if you've made it this far, you are a bout better.